he feels so much better about the game. Like when he's losing in Ultimate, he'll start like popping off and cursing and like saying like, oh, this is so busted, this is unbelievable. But then he plays Melee and he's like, oh, you know what, I could have played better. Like his mentality is crazy better.
We'll see how the mentality is maintained between these two players here. It is going to be Wolf versus Roy, and this is my definition of basically an even matchup. I feel like both these characters are willing to scrap with each other. Both have similar game plans. We do see the laser coming out a lot for Wolf. That is a good tool to be using in neutral. But for the most part, I feel like we'll be going hands-on for this set.
Oh, for sure. This is a very fundies-oriented matchup. It's all about who has the better fundamental game plan. And yes, Wolf has a projectile, but ultimately that's not where most of this gameplay is going to be coming from. Like you said, it's going to be hands in the faces.
Yeah. Definitely going to be putting the hands on him. Wolf scratching up Roy a little bit. Roy coming through with that butter knife, trying to swat away, finding some weak hits. Double jab's going to be punished with the back throw. Looking for an edge guard here. Not going to see the neutral air. That could have spelled curtains for RedShirt stock. Does find his way back, but so far in disadvantage.
Ooh, that air dodge was risky right there. Hazre unable to punish it, but yeah, that's nice. Pivot cancel left tilt is going to take the stock.
Yes, beautiful stuff there from RedShirt, finding that confirm and reacting after the fact. 124% now.
Oh, what?
We're okay. We're okay.
We're fine.
It wasn't
I thought he was going to run up and down smash.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I think he actually missed it though. He flung the down smash the wrong direction, so it didn't connect. That's the only reason.
Got it. All right, back to center stage right here. Both of them like to jockey for center, but at the moment, it's really a matter of how's Hazre going to close out the stock. Ooh. And a back air is going to do that. That's a great way to deal with an approaching Roy.
Yep. Sometimes you could just throw out that back air. It's a very strong move, relatively safe. It auto-cancels very easily. And that side be given away, though. Jab to F smash. Great damage here for RedShirt in a bad spot to be in if we are Hazre, and we will fall to the blast zone.
Magnets aren't that strong on the hands this time. Unfortunately, not able to close that one out. That was interesting. The Jeff smash, it can't be true on Wolf at that percentage, right? Like, well, not any percentage. I feel like
I think with that DI specifically, he was
yeah.
DIing in, so it definitely connects there.
Right. That makes sense.
That time around specifically, yes. But I think in general, you're right. The Jeff smash isn't something that you see very often, especially against Wolf. But there's the ledge trump back air from RedShirt. Very good reaction. That's a 2-stock. It's solid work from my boys so far. You know, I wasn't gassing him up for nothing.
No, I'm impressed. That's very solid. I'm in no way downplaying this guy's skill anymore. That was great, and you're playing against a fundamental character, so he gets to like kind of show off what he does. He doesn't have to play around a bunch of cheese.
There's no cheese here.
Exactly. Yeah. Doesn't have to play around Aguda. He just gets to go straight to it.
Yep.
That's great.
Exactly right. There is no cheese on this burger. It's just a straight-up hamburger.
Just, yeah, delicious.
Yeah, why do they call it a hamburger?
That's a really good question. So anyways, we'll move on to
Wow, you're going to do me like that, Kevin?
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's because the original meat patty
probably
was from Hamburg, Germany.
Okay.
They didn't have it like in between buns or anything like that, but it was just a meat patty. In fact, in Japan, I believe they still call it a Hamburg.
See,
whatever you
I
like
knew you were smart. I just knew it. I knew you would have the answers for me, and that's why I asked you the big question.
The big important questions for CEO Smash
like,
Ultimate.
what's a hamburger?
What's a hamburger?
Exactly. Yeah. You'll never see anything like this anywhere else.
And if you want to go even more technical with it, the American hamburger legend George Motes would define as a hamburger as specifically ground beef between two buns, and if it does not have either of those things, it is not considered a hamburger.
So are you like a hamburger researcher? Like, did I just open a can of worms here?
No.
Are you like very well versed in the art of hamburg?
I'm guessing on most of this.
Okay.
No.
Well, it sounds really good. I believe you.
Yeah, that's the goal. But it's mostly just from watching random YouTube videos and things coming up.
Oh yeah, I mean I understand that to a T. I love watching random YouTube videos that give me the most useless knowledge that I'll never use until I'm on commentary with you, of course.
And somebody asks you a question like, "What's a hamburger?"
Exactly.
Yes, I never thought I would get to use it.
Yeah, thank goodness they're taking so long to pick the
characters. Otherwise we wouldn't have gotten to.
We wouldn't have got to talk about all these hamburgers. I'm getting hungry, man. All right, here we go. Sephiroth swap here for RedShirt, which honestly is surprising, seeing as the Roy did pretty well in game number 1. He did tell me before the set, though, that he was favoring the Sephiroth today.
Oh, okay.
He just feels like it's more crisp at the current moment. We're going to see if that pans out or not. I thought the Roy looked pretty good.
It probably did. I wonder if he's just so confident, because that was a clean 2-stock, that he just wants to get a little bit more bracket practice with the Sephiroth at this point. Because I don't think the matchup is particularly better for Sephiroth than it is for Roy. I guess it's not necessarily too much worse, but I think the idea of getting more bracket practice for a character that you know you're going to be playing later on is fine.
I think that's a very fair point that you're making. Giga Flare. Not going to let it rip. Finding the back air here. Ledge trapping, a good spot to be in if you're Sephiroth. Up smash goes to the wayside. That'll be a grab here for Hazre. Looking for the edge guard. Sephiroth able to snap that ledge. Coming back, we have the wing available now. So it could be RedShirt's time to shine. And speaking of shining, the tip of that blade is looking pretty bright.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice. I feel like Wolf is so often in the air and using jump options that going for a down smash is pretty high risk, medium reward, but it paid off that time. See if that continues going forward. I don't know how much more payment you can get out of that one.
Yep. Still has the wing available as well. Playing with this center stage is RedShirt. Hazre trying to find their way in somehow. Neutral B, that'll be damage, but we need this kill. Up smash goes to the wayside. F tilt to punish. RedShirt looking for the ledge trap, finding a nair, and it's just the chip game right now.
Yeah, just playing chips, just little by little, adding damage on. Of course, that's going to benefit RedShirt more, but that, up throw. I thought back throw. Even with Sephiroth's way, I guess maybe it doesn't kill from that.
It might have.
The center.
Well, I guess we'll never know.
But you could try it, and then best case scenario, or worst case scenario, I should say, you get stage positioning.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he just kind of wanted to keep it, I guess, not stale, but regardless, it could have led to a kill with that stage positioning you accrue for yourself. I mean, we're going to find the F tilt anyway, so doesn't really matter too much in the grand scheme of things, but still 97% here tacked on. I mean, this is looking pretty dire for Hazre.
Got to find something, some sort of opening, 117%. If you can find like a falling up air into some good damage, you can maybe make something happen. That is something that you can only do on these tall characters. But unfortunately, he just can't find his way in. He's just getting walled out by that long, long sword.
Yeah, the pokes are really hurting right now. Wolf is not ready to combat with this long pole sword that Sephiroth possesses and taking more and more damage. You can't be trying to contest the plank, and RedShirt was even ready with a reverse counter there to try and catch the Wolf recovery. Running away with this a little bit. Wing available, 96% onto RedShirt here. Hazre taking a grab. I mean, what can we do here, Kevin?
I don't know, and I don't think Hazre knows either. He's playing a little bit impatient. He's not going for some of these more guaranteed options or stage positioning. He's looking for full-on closure, and unfortunately, neutral air dodge, I think expecting some sort of trade. He wanted to tech against the wall, but even with the neutral air dodge, did not have enough time to get back to stage with that up B, or enough distance at the least.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was kind of inevitable at that point with the way that RedShirt was playing neutral. It felt like he was very in control of the pace of the set, especially with the Sephiroth as well. I mean, calling attention to the swap there, it really felt like he was walling out Wolf really effectively with that long sword. So I think the switch was a good choice.
It was definitely not a bad